Thanks Notion for sponsoring today's video. I don't know if it's too soon to start thinking about goals for the next year, but approaching the holiday season and seeing those last few pages in my planner thin out as the days go by immediately makes me think about what's to come in the next few months. What new changes, inspiration, and challenges will the new year bring? Setting goals is a simple exercise, but it does have its technique. And the success of the planning stage can definitely dictate the outcome of the rest of the year. After all, not all goals are set in the same way, and there are easy rules to follow in case you want to ensure you're maximizing your chances of sticking to your habits in the long run. And while I will do my best to give you some insights today on how to accomplish this, there is so much to learn about correct goal setting, and I couldn't compile all of that information in a simple short video. So I'm hosting an online class where we go step by step, looking through all the strategies to create a solid plan that ensures you can tick the boxes in that 2023 habit tracker. The class will take place at the end of November, and you can find more information about it in the description box below. First of all, I believe goal setting is impossible without tapping into motivation and inspiration. After all, your behavior requires a cue, a set of environmental aspects that propel you towards action. And usually, deciding and setting that cue requires you to know what motivates you and what inspires you. And although similar, inspiration and motivation are not the same. Inspiration is about reaching a point of wanting to act on your own, whereas motivation gives you a reason, usually a rational logic explanation about the benefits and drawbacks of that action. Both are equally important when assessing goals, as they tap into the deep foundation of your ambition to seek a particular goal. Feeding that motivation and inspiration is fundamental during the brainstorming stage, allowing that drive to guide you and help you select, out of a vast array of habits, abilities, and milestones, what you want to achieve. This will help you align your goal-setting exercise with your values and the lifestyle that you're seeking. And there are so many different methods and techniques to go through this brainstorming process, but the most important thing is to give yourself enough space and time to really think about what's important in your life right now. Is it health, mental, or physical? Is it financial freedom? Is it about improving your headspace or finding yourself, your likes and dislikes? Maybe it's about changing your destination, picking a new path in the middle of an oversaturated job market. And identifying the priority and the level of importance of your goals is an immensely worthwhile exercise, of course. But it's also essential to ensure that those goals are aligned with the set of values you created for yourself. Does fighting for this goal reflect the principles, lifestyle, and choices that you want to see reflected in your life? Or are you searching for something that is not attuned to the person you decided you wanted to become? This exercise of pure introspection, which you can stretch out for several days, weeks, or even months, may seem like a slow, mindful approach, but it's the ground that will prepare you for the planning stage. So, after you clearly define your goal, already feeling excited for its prospects and the beneficial transformation it may bring, open your notebook and jot down the steps required to reach that goal. They don't need to come in any particular order, just write them down as you remember them. These steps can be small and effortless or actually incredibly challenging, so take your time. When your list is finished, you have all the pieces of the puzzle. These pieces, if properly placed together, will ensure your goal is completed by the end of your defined deadline. Exciting, right? Ordering the pieces is simple. Looking at your notebook, grab your pen and simply start numbering the lines for each one of your goals. Number 1 should be the first task to be completed to finish your goal. Number 2 is the second task, and so on. If you remember new tasks or believe it's necessary to delete or merge some of them, feel free to do so. Consider this page a draft plan, so scribble and rewrite things to your heart's desire. As you finish numbering the tasks, start a new page. Write down those tasks by numerical order, slowly but surely preparing the pieces of the puzzle to be laid out properly. And now look at your last task, the one that you require for the completion of your project, your goal, or the end of your habit tracking experiment. This is going to be your milestone. When you reach this step in your plan, your goal will be complete. So this is the time to give it a proper balanced deadline. And maybe this deadline was already decided by someone else, or maybe you are lucky enough to have the autonomy to set it for yourself. As you ponder the day when you want this milestone to be reached, think about it this way. What is a reasonable yet challenging deadline to finish this goal? Give yourself enough time to slowly accustom yourself to all the steps in your plan. But at the same time, think about incorporating a bit of urgency as well. The human mind works better and more efficiently under a reasonable amount of pressure. When you feel content with your choice, move to the step before your deadline. Give that a deadline too. Use a bottom to top approach. This helps you ensure that you ponder the deadline for each step thoroughly without risking going over the deadline itself. As you finish this exercise, look back at your plan. What first seemed like a daunting prospect became a simple plan neatly laid out in front of you. If you have to make any more tweaks due to any imbalances in how you set your deadlines and the amount of time for each task, feel free to use a new page to correct any missed steps. And tracking these complex goals over the course of a year can be a difficult chore when you're tracking everything on paper. So if you're looking for a valuable companion in this journey that can manage your lists, trackers, and multiple pages of info, Notion is your best bet. Notion can be used individually or to collaborate with other people. You can organize anything in your life with all of its templates and tools, including habit trackers, journaling pages, keeping track of personal projects, work schedules, birthdays, cleaning chores, and so much more. You can use and explore Notion anytime you want and for as long as you like, because their personal plan is literally free, with absolutely no restrictions. It's the best investment you can make, and it doesn't really cost a cent. To start using Notion today and get your free account, you can go to the link in the description box, or you can click the button that's on the screen right now. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video, and as always, I will see you next week. Bye guys!